I am Jomar Repil, aka ShinobiJomar. I'm a producer, I'm a barber, I'm a dancer, and I'm an artist. Shinobi is pretty much, it means ninja. It's just another word for ninja. Growing up, I was pretty extroverted, but after high school, I started becoming just more introverted and kind of starting to realize that there's energy behind things, and some of those energy I don't really want to like share to other people, except for the ones that really feel me, you know? And to me, ShinobiJomar means just like keeping it low key. I've done music since March of 2015, so it's coming up to 4 years now. I've been dancing since 2007, which was my 7th grade year, but I took a year off from that, so I officially started dancing in 2009, taking it seriously from there. I've been cutting hair since I was a senior in high school, which is 2012. I started just lining myself up. My friends were noticing my clean lineups, and they were asking like, hey, where do you get your haircut and stuff? And I told them that I usually get my haircut at the barbershop, but a couple days later, you know, like my hairline will grow back, so I'll start lining myself up. And one of my friends asked me to cut his hair, and I didn't realize how fun it would be to cut people's hair and make them feel good about themselves. My art is important because no one else is gonna make it. No one else is gonna do it for me. My art is important to me because I want to change people's lives with it. I want to make them feel good. I want to make them feel happy. I want to give them just inspiration to start their own journey in the art world. The feeling that I get when I'm creating music is kind of like being in a dark room. You never know what you're gonna expect in that room as corresponding to the music that I'm making. I never know what's gonna happen next until little bits of pieces are coming together, little lights are being shed, until I'm able to see that whole room. And that's pretty much the process of creating music for me. Everything is coming into pieces until that finished product, and I'm able to see everything. So pretty much making music to me is a mystery. What makes my work different from others is just the love and the effort that I'm putting into it. I feel like you definitely need to baby whatever you're creating because it's your product. No one else is gonna create that product as well as you are. So you definitely have to just love that whole process, and you definitely just gotta be you because you don't want to sound like anybody else. I want my work to take me to Midtown Sacramento, and then eventually San Francisco, eventually Japan, eventually around the world. Some of my goals is getting my barber's license, which I'm working towards right now. Some other goals for my music is to start working with local artists first, just for the community, and being able to share my music to people who really enjoy it.
If you weren't doing music or dancing, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be underwater basket weaving with whales and dolphins and flounder and Sebastian.
What's the hardest part about what you do?
Probably overthinking, because overthinking is definitely a killer. That's when I'll start doubting myself. There's definitely times where I was kind of down about my music that I was making, and I was just wondering if this is really meant for me, you know, but you definitely got to push that overthinkingness. Meditation is definitely one of those things. Taking walks, looking at trees, looking at nature, because there's beauty behind everything. Life is energy. Energy is life. The best part about what I do is being able to do it on my own, you know. I don't have to wait for anybody else to tell me to do it. When I feel like doing it, I'm there. I'm doing it 100%. There's many artists that inspire me, but I feel like nature inspires me the most. Growing up, I was always watching Planet Earth. I was always watching just those weird shows. I don't know, I think nature definitely inspires me because I feel like as humans, we're the only ones that are really conscious of what we're doing, but it's kind of hypocritical in a way because we're still like caught in between hating each other type of thing. But when you're looking at nature and like the way that it grows, it's growing endlessly. Like there's nothing stopping it. So I feel like nature definitely inspires me. That's why I love just looking at trees and flowers and birds and everything, the sky. Yeah. Just work on your craft. You don't really have to get your music out there right away. You just work on it until you feel good about it. Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. If you're a barber, take before and after pictures just to see your progress. As a dancer, practice different concepts. There's a lot of concepts that you could practice. One of my favorite concepts actually as a dancer is pretending I'm underwater. When I'm moving, I kind of just act like I'm having a sort of resistance when I'm dancing. And I'd say just do you. Don't let anybody else think for you. Don't let anybody else control the way you're gonna create your art. I am ShinobiJomar, and I am an artist. Underwater basket weaving, you know, it's a great way to be able to hold your oxygen. When you're underwater, you're just like trying to hold your oxygen. And then when you're underwater basket weaving, you're kind of like multitasking. But then when you're underwater, you see all these fishes. But when the fishes are around, you'll see a shark. And then when you see a shark, you'll kind of lose your breath. So you got to keep that patience, you know. You just really got to keep your patience, because when that shark comes by, it really knows you're in fear. And then when you're in fear, you're just like, oh my God, I'm losing my breath. I'm losing my breath. There's bubbles flying in the air. And then when your bubbles are flying in the air, you just want to go up there, but you got to finish your underwater basket weaving, because your underwater basket weaving is very important. Because if you're not underwater, you're not underwater basket weaving. I don't know.
That was the perfect metaphor for life.